Charter Local Edition with your host, Mark Staples.
Welcome to Charter's Local Edition, special broadcast from Cody, Wyoming at the 2016 Wyoming Association of Municipalities Conference in the Cody High School, hosted by the community of Cody, which is startling to me in its vibrancy. I have to tell you that I have not been to Cody before.
Thank you.
And we have with us as a special guest on our program the mayor of the city of Cody, Nancy Tia Brown. Nancy, thank you for joining us.
Yes, it's nice to be here.
And I'm going to ask you all about Cody and all about yourself.
That's fine.
But I just have to tell you, I've been to a lot of places in Wyoming, and for whatever reason, I'd never been to Cody, and I had no idea. And I drove in last night. Wow.
You're one of many who have that experience when they come to Cody.
The word that came to me is bustling.
Well, we are a small town with a big heart and a lot of much bigger city amenities, and it does keep us bustling.
Tell me about your background before you became the mayor of the city, and how long have you been the mayor?
I've been the mayor for 8 years.
Oh my gosh.
And prior to that, I served on our city council, and prior to that on the school board, and prior to that on the chamber board. My husband.
You have to be a native.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
My husband and I moved to Cody in 1982. We left the Denver area and came to Cody. My folks were here, and we opened a business. We opened an art gallery on Main Street, Bighorn Galleries, and we still have a gallery on Main Street. So we've been in business on Main Street for 35 years here in Cody.
And you've been the mayor for 8 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, I have.
Now, tell me, what was Cody like 8 years ago versus today?
Well, Cody 8 years ago actually was not too dissimilar from what it is today. We've had natural growth, we've had good, thoughtful progress, but it's not like it's been a boom or a bust one way or the other. I think we in Cody kind of are a little bit insulated from some of those ups and downs that some of the other communities in our state experience. We are a tourist community, and so we have that business cycle, which makes us much quieter in the wintertime than we are in the spring, summer, and fall. We're the east entrance to Yellowstone Park. There's a lot more people visiting Yellowstone Park than there were 8 years ago, as you've read and seen with the anniversary, the 100th anniversary of the Park Service, and all the profile that that's brought to Yellowstone as being the first park. Why, the last couple of summers have been incredibly busy with traffic coming to and from.
Well, I got here last night on a Wednesday night,
Yes.
and it was like Las Vegas on a Saturday night.
Well, I hope it wasn't that bad.
No, but in a pleasant way, upbeat,
Yeah.
hustling,
Stuff
bustling.
going on.
Yeah, and everybody very, very friendly. So
Good.
tell me, what, as the mayor, what you've come to these conferences, you must be coming for some time.
8 years.
And by now you're probably on several boards at our executive
I
committees.
am on the board of this association. Yes, I am.
And what are some of the major issues facing your community?
Well, the issues,
good and bad.
Yeah, the issues facing our community are the same as the issues facing many municipalities around the state right now, and that's budget. The finances of our state are subject to the ups and downs of the mineral industry, and our governor and legislature are very sensitive to wanting to even that out. And in fact, in Cody, we've taken that to heart personally to try to even out our own business cycle.
And in diversify.
By diversification.
Don't get so dependent on
Yes.
one sector.
Absolutely, by diversifying. When we first moved to Cody 35 years ago, Husky Oil had a big presence in Cody, and it created many great jobs. It created a really stable underpinning for the city. And then the tourism, as a result, that came naturally because of our natural beauty, our history, our proximity to the park, that was a bonus. But Husky Oil was sold, and it's been diluted over the years. And so the last few years, and this, I guess, is a difference between when I first arrived in Cody, we've become more dependent on strictly tourism, and that creates a business cycle where you work very hard for the summer, and then you have a very quiet winter, and by the time you get back, you're sort of back to ground zero.
Do you have the tourist-based communities have a housing problem because they have the employees who are fully employed for 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 months, but they have to have places for them to live.
Right.
And if it's booming, anyway, is housing a challenge here? Or?
It can be a challenge here, but most of the hoteliers and people that rely heavily on large numbers of seasonal help have, one way or another, spoken to that on their own.
Ah.
They have private dormitories, or they've made arrangements. Some of them actually have some of their people that commute from Powell, because Powell it's 20 miles east, and it is not as heavily impacted by tourism as we are. But so we've been able to speak to that pretty well. But what we are doing now in our community, we have an economic development program, Forward Cody, and the goal of that program is to stabilize the community on a 12-month basis, so that once again then the tourism becomes a nice bonus. And they've done a very, very good job. There's an industry, a pharmaceutical industry, Cody Labs, that's based out of Philadelphia, that has discovered the business friendliness of the state of Wyoming, and they've come to Cody, and they have there was a field trip today that was taking people there to see this, but they will be bringing in many jobs on many different levels and hopefully reestablishing that stability. Now, the initial part of this conversation was about the state, and I know that our governor and legislature are trying to do the same thing on a macroeconomic level in the state by diversifying and bringing in other industries so that we're not in our state so reliant on just minerals and tourism.
And ag.
Ag is the third one. But ag is steady.
That's your three-legged stool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But ag is steady, and I think ag has remained pretty steady throughout the years in our state. The minerals are subject to ups and downs, and tourism is subject to ups and downs.
Well, congratulations on having this conference here.
Thank you. We're pleased to be able to offer.
I can't imagine. And I've been to Jackson. I really love Wyoming. I'm from Montana.
Oh, are you?
And I really love Wyoming. Very, very similar.
In many ways.
Very. And the ethos and the friendliness and the openness and the can-do spirit. But I've never been to Cody, and
well, I'm glad
I can sure see why this conference is here. And everybody here has been spectacular. So I want to thank you.
You are welcome.
For not only coming to the conference, but taking some of your precious time and visiting with us on
it's my pleasure.
Charter's Local Edition. We're honored to have you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much, and thanks for being in Cody.
Thank you.
Charter Local Edition has been an exclusive presentation of Charter Communications, providing original programming.